Marlon Vera versus Cory Sandhagen takes place this weekend in the main event of UFC Fight Night San Antonio. Vera versus Sandhagen. And this is a pretty big bantamweight matchup right here. This is pretty big. This is a big fight in the bantamweight division. You got Marlon Vera looking great in his last few fights. You know, he beat Dominic Cruz, a former UFC champ, and arguably the bantamweight GOAT. He knocked him out with a brutal head kick that last time, and then before that, he destroyed Rob Font basically every single round. And, and he beat Edgar in a comeback victory. Beat Davey Grant before that. Davey Grant's a guy that's respected in the bantamweight division, on a bit of a winning streak himself right now. And he beat O'Malley, of course, lost to Yadong, lost to Aldo. Arguably should have won against Yadong, we all know. But Cory Sandhagen, on the other hand, coming off win over Song Yadong, lost to Yan and Dillashaw. This is a great bantamweight fight. I like it. I'm going to go for Cory Sandhagen, man. I think this guy's striking's way too good. In general, not just because Marlon Vera is not the most skilled and technical fighter in the world, just Cory Sandhagen's striking, man. Like, he's so good. Outside of Sean O'Malley, maybe. Outside of Sean O'Malley, this guy's striking is the best. He's the best striker in the bantamweight division. This is why him versus O'Malley would be an interesting matchup. But, he's got to get past Vera, though, which is a tough test. You know, he could lose, get head kicked or something. You know, I doubt Marlon Vera head kicks Cory Sandhagen. He ain't Dominic Cruz. I just think Sandhagen will win this one. I think he's really good at striking, man, and he mixes it up as well. As for Song Yadong against Marlon Vera, Song Yadong will just headhunt you. And Vera's got a big head and a good chin. We all know that. He's got a big head and he's got a good chin. These guys headhunt against Vera. Cruz kind of was trying to outpoint Vera, but he didn't have the chin for it, and he got head kicked and put out cold badly in round 4. And before that, he was getting knocked down but winning the fight. I think you gotta be like Dominic Cruz, but with a chin. Dominic Cruz with a good chin, and not past its prime. Sandhagen's that. Sandhagen is exactly that. Good chin, in its prime, you know. If not, similar style to Dominic Cruz, if not better, and has more tools behind the striking, the footwork. I think he's got better footwork than Dominic Cruz. I think he's got a better chin than Dominic Cruz, more tougher, can land shots back, can get takedowns better, in my opinion, than Dominic Cruz. I think he can land leg kicks better. I think he's got more power. I think Sandhagen's better than Cruz, especially Cruz in its prime. But Cruz past its prime, that barely skimmed by a close decision over Pedro Munoz, fought Marlon Vera and was winning that fight against Marlon Vera. That's not a good sign for Marlon Vera, man. Not a good sign for him at all. And I get it. He eventually got the win, but Sandhagen's tough. Sandhagen is tough. You know? He took shots and bombs off Song Yadong and still was winning that fight 4-0. Arguably 3-1, but it could be 4-0. One of those rounds, Yadong was winning, but he got cut. So it's opinion based there. So regardless, he was up 3 rounds against Song Yadong, and eventually the cut happened, and it led to a doctor stoppage. But it wasn't like Yadong was going to come back and maybe KO Sandhagen. Like, Sandhagen was comfortably schooling him. And he just showed levels in that fight. As where Vera could have won against Yadong, but that fight was competitive. It wasn't like Vera, like, clearly all day, like, the worst robbery of all time, that type of one. It was competitive, but Vera won that fight kind of pretty clearly, in my opinion. And I think he'll lose to Sandhagen 4-1. I see it. You know, he couldn't finish Rob Font. People look at the freaking Dominic Cruz fight. He head kicked Cruz. He couldn't do crap to Rob Font. Couldn't do anything to Rob Font. He knocked him down for sweet chin music, and he knocked him down a bunch of times and hurt him. He couldn't finish him though. He couldn't finish Rob Font. I think I really think that... I think Sandhagen's better than Font. Font just has boxings and a few takedowns. That's it, really. And straight shots, and it's just with the hands. You never see Font throw a good leg kick. Ever. You never see him throw a good leg kick. I think Sandhagen's better than all these guys. Edgar took Vera the third round. Vera threw into the front kick, good for him, but was arguably, could have won round 2, to be honest with you. Vera could win round 2, but still, it's a toss-up round where Vera got taken down round 1. And I think Sandhagen, as of recently, I think this is the Sandhagen that fought Dillashaw. That was before, the Sterling fight. Around that time, Vera would have more of a chance. But as of recently, the Yadong performance, incredible performance. And I think he'll win this one against Marlon Vera. 4-1. I can see him mixing in some takedowns, chopping the legs of Marlon Vera early. Vera's good, and yeah, he can land that shot. And maybe I can see in round 5 Vera having a big moment for himself after getting schooled up. But I can see the commentary being like, "Oh, it could be 2-2 though," even though Sandhagen's clearly up, and I could see Vera. Well, I don't see. I think they'll say maybe it's 3-1 Sandhagen, maybe 2-2, and Vera land a big shot in round 5, drop Sandhagen, have a big moment. Just think Sandhagen's so good. He's so good at striking. It's crazy. He's arguably better than O'Malley. O'Malley, thing is O'Malley, he has more power. That's the situation. And they both showed kind of the same performance against Yan, except Yan was trying to shoot on O'Malley and did shoot on O'Malley, as where Yan kind of played a stand-up fight versus Sandhagen. But Sandhagen, they both should have lost to Yan slightly, in my opinion. I think O'Malley lost to Yan, and Sandhagen lost to Yan. But Sandhagen took that Yan fight on short notice. But yeah, I think Sandhagen wins. I think if he needs to, he can grapple. Vera's not going to out-grapple Sandhagen. Vera doesn't really grapple. He can if he really needs to. That's his last resort tool. But I think Sandhagen can grapple here. Probably train with good guys like Curtis Blades at Team Elevation. Kamaru Usman, Training with good guys, maybe Justin Gaethje. I know that's kind of the meme now. Gaethje Medov, I guess. But I think he'll get this done. I think he'll beat Marlon Vera. Vera can also land leg kicks, but it's just he's not looking good. I think someone's skilled. If Vera wins this one, all credit to him. He beat Cory Sandhagen. He's the real deal. Genuinely the real deal. Even if he just catches Sandhagen out of nowhere. Actually good. Maybe he's losing, but still catches Sandhagen. Good for him. He's the real deal. Arguably a title shot. And the winner of this one, probably versus Merab. If it's Sandhagen. I think if Sandhagen wins, Merab is logical. Because Sandhagen's not there right yet for a title shot. He needs at least one more. After O'Malley faces the winner of Sterling Cejudo. And maybe he's the backup opponent for the winner of O'Malley. The winner of Sterling Cejudo versus O'Malley. If he beats Merab. Let's see. But if Vera wins, it's going to be Merab as well. Because he's not going to get the O'Malley fight. O'Malley's been promised a title shot. So I don't know. And the winner of this one won't face the winner of Yanez Font. Especially if it's Yanez, maybe one of them will be up to the idea of it. Maybe Sandhagen will be like, "Oh, give me Yanez." He gets pieced up a lot. Maybe if it's Font, maybe not, because Font's, he's lost a few. I think Sandhagen's got this in the bag. Winner of this one versus Merab. Sucks for Vera, but that's just going to be the truth. He's going to have to fight Merab. Both of them lose to Merab, because Merab is an annoying bitch. Sandhagen wins, I think. The grapplers will give him problems, though. But I think this is a great fight for him. Like, I think he'd lose to Sterling, lose to Merab, those guys only, I think. And O'Malley. I think O'Malley beats him as well. I think that's the one striker that can beat him. Because O'Malley has that power, where Sandhagen doesn't really. Sandhagen may be faster, but actually I don't even know about that. I think O'Malley is slightly a better striker than Sandhagen, but Sandhagen, I think, like, this is why I think O'Malley, like, Sandhagen has better cardio than O'Malley in terms of with the striking. I don't know, though. It's pretty close, to be honest with you. I think Sandhagen wins this one. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Yeah, the loser of this can fight, I don't know, Font. But Vera beat Font already. That's the problem. And you can't do the loser of this versus Yanez, because Yanez, like, they're hoping he jumps up and beats Font, because he'll be number 5 if Yanez wins. Because Font's number 6, and I bet you'll be able to push him in the top 5. So, like, I don't know. The loser of this one versus, I don't know, Chris Gutierrez? I don't know. I really don't know. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. And plus, Sandhagen's taller. Same reach. Vera's got a long reach, and he has a longer reach here. Just by an inch, though. And they're both 30. And Sandhagen's so good. Just watch his fight back against Gadong, man. And he should have won against Dillashaw, I think. We all know that. I think realistically, he should have won against Dillashaw. And, I know he struggled there, but I think grapplers can give him problems. That's why I'm thinking of Sandhagen. The only striker to beat him is O'Malley. I think he beats Yan in a rematch. Because, listen. Sandhagen arguably can win the Yan fight. Just Yan had that big spinning wheel kick at the end that saved him. That fight was dead close. Yan slightly had it, though. Very, very close fight, but Yan had it. Yan always makes it close with these strikers. Like, he should have had it barely against O'Malley, but the judges gave it to O'Malley because he's the up-and-coming star. But, yeah, Sandhagen wins this 4-1. Uses some grappling, chews up the leg early. I think he'll chew up the leg early, then makes some grappling in round 2, chew up the leg in round 3, use some grappling in round 4. Vera lands a big shot in round 5. Yeah. And Sandhagen won't shoot too much because Vera, he has that Darce attempt he can get. And he has the guillotine. So yeah. Sandhagen wins. Peace.